Healthy person has a million wishes, but unhealthy person or a sick person has only one wish. And one wish is to be healthy again. Why is that? So in many cases, we're just obsessed with our daily activities and we just don't focus on what's happening inside of us. So many times it's just like we have work, we have business, we have kids, we have sports, we have social events, and it's interesting that when sickness comes, everything fades away. It happened to me 5 years ago when I've had my vessels break in my brains and I had like a stroke. It's not the same but similar effects, and my life literally stopped. I have and had two kids then. They were like 12 and 14, and the first shock is about what's happening to me, and then the second shock, what am I going to do? I was lucky and I didn't have so much consequences. I had some, but it's not important. The important thing is that my life literally stopped at that moment, and you begin to wonder what's important and what's not important in life. So in that moment we forget about everything. We forget about money, we forget about what we've achieved, we forget about our assets, our shares, our bitcoins and everything. It just isn't important anymore. And whoever has been sick or has had big problems knows what I'm talking about. So what can we do about it? In all honesty, there's nothing much we can do about it. It's like more accepting it and then shifting your focus to why this has happened to me, why this is happening to me, and what can I do to overcome this state, because this is only a matter of perception. Basically everything is a matter of perception and how we see it. I will tell you a secret which really few people know, and that's that we see ourselves really differently than others people see us. And you can just ask somebody and about some issue that you have, and you ask them without giving them suggestions of what are you asking and what do you want to hear. It's just like plain question, and you will most probably get an answer which is not something you've usually expected. And if you will ask questions more and get more deep into it, you will see that people are definitely seeing you really different than you think. And the good thing about this is that basically we see each other worse than we are or better than we are. It's both like coping mechanisms which we try to avoid some inner stuff that's happening inside of us. So what we can do is just be as realistic as possible, but to be objective, I'll be honest with you, it's painful. And when I've started thinking about what's happening to me, what's happening to people around me, and they were giving me all sorts of advice, do this and do that and just be strong and everything. But that's not the case, because being strong doesn't help you. If being strong is the consequence, then it's okay. But if being strong is like the focus, then what's it for? The focus can be happy, just, or get through the life, or basically maybe even die happy. So how can you achieve that? How can you die happy? And definitely there are some techniques and mindset motivations and meditations and stuff that definitely can help you achieve some clarity and focus in regards to what you can do when things get rough. worst case scenario is if you have some kind of a long-term illness or something that can be fixed, or the worst that you are just on the way of dying process. And I'm no expert on dying, don't get me wrong, I'm just talking about stuff, how to overcome some of the basic issues we got when we got in different situations. And the best part is we can do this before we get sick. We can do this before we get a stroke or any other issues, health issues, or anything else. Again, I'm not going to talk today about how to, not get sick, how to eat properly, or how to, just work out, run, bike, or whatever you want to do, which is really great and healthy. But I'm more going to talk about just accepting the pain and suffering that this illness or this health issue is causing us. So what can we do? Of course, is first is just accepting and being aware of the acceptance and just being present in the moment. And I know you heard this a million times, just like meditate and everything's gonna be okay. Well, I can assure you, after 15 years of meditation, it's not gonna get you better unless you have been properly meditating for quite some years. So in all honesty, things are hard, and you know it, and everybody knows it, but some people just try to swipe it under the rug because they can't deal with emotions. What happens in that moment with other people which are around us is just that they get frustrated for their own pain. I have a sister-in-law, and she had a best friend, and she was like diagnosed with cancer, and she had just like, I have some arm or shoulder pain, and she was like going to the doctor, and after 2 weeks she has like deadly cancer, and she died in, I think, 3 months. And my sister-in-law, she was like devastated, and she was her best friend. And I know that after a year I couldn't talk to her about it. I couldn't ask her, what happened with your friend, or what's going on with you? She was just like, don't ask me about it. So I was seeing this pain which was not directly connected to her, but still she was feeling it like it was her. So what if this happens to me? What if this happens to my family? And this perception of reality and acceptance is something that she couldn't do. She couldn't cope with. So what can we do in such situations if we are a person who has a problem or a health issue, or a person who is besides that person? And it's really a different situation. In my situation, I was in the health issue, so I had a problem, and my wife was beside me. And I can say that we both did probably all the mistakes you can do when you are sick, or when you think you are most likely that something can happen to you, or then basically you can die. I definitely was. I lose some of my eyesight. I had problems. I couldn't see properly. I had balance problems after the hemorrhage in my head. So there was some serious situations, and I knew I would have to take 3 to 5 operations, procedures, medical procedures, which would involve pretty high risk in the ways of my eyesight, or basically I didn't even know if I'm gonna survive or not. And I will be honest with you, with the first procedure I was just like, okay, I'm going there, and I'm just gonna let everything to God. And I've said my goodbyes to my family, my sons, and there was some crying, and I was saying goodbye to my wife. And she was like, okay, I knew you weren't gonna die, but I didn't know how and what is gonna happen. And I experienced it in different way that she did. I think that in a way she was more praying in a way that hoping that everything's gonna be okay, and I was trying to be realistic. And these two world collapsed and we had a lot of fights. We didn't agree on how to get help, how to proceed with this, and we definitely couldn't communicate. So there was a lot of problems and a lot of issues just how to deal with the situation. So in all honesty, I would say that awareness of the situation and just trying to see what's happening would be my first step today, and just unfortunately accepting all the things that are happening, if that's pain, if that's, you know, bad news, or that's just, you know, there is no treatment possible, or you don't have the money. It's more of accepting than anything more. And there is a way, in a way that our body is designed in a way that we can adapt to situations. And of course you can adapt in a negative way, in be just down and depressed and everything, or you can focus your mind and shift your mind to positive way and see what good can comes out of it. It's really easy to say than do. So I know how hard it is to get from negative perspective, because everything is falling down, like we said in the beginning. There is nothing more on the horizon than this illness, this health issue. It's just this and nothing else. So how will you now see birds in the sky or clouds in the sky, or, you know, see the nature and go to the hills and just enjoy, or go to vacation? Even if you go, you will probably think about your matter 24 hours. So I'm definitely down with you, and in a way I know nobody knows exactly how you feel, and it would be a lie for anybody to say that anybody knows how a person in that situation feels like it. My first advice would definitely be for the person who is, besides the person that has a problem, is just to see what's happening, ask what's happening. If they don't want to talk, they don't want to talk. If they want to talk, that's great. If they want to cry, that's great. Crying can really help. If they're depressed or angry or sad, that's all pretty normal emotions. And then just see how you can help them. Usually there's not so much you can do, because it's their problem. They're the one who has to deal with the problem, and they don't want you to be another problem. And that happens really a lot of times. And I had this situation when I was just, you know, can you just get off my nerve, you know, because I have to deal with me and now I have to deal with you. So that's something you most definitely can do if you have a person besides you and you want to help. Sometimes, you know, just being there, not doing anything, no talking, no you want to eat, you want to drink, no let's go somewhere. You know, it's just, if you need me, I'm here. You don't even have to talk. You don't even have to say that. It's just, you know, they know that they're alone in that situation, and there's nothing you can do about it. I hope this video has helped you in some way, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will definitely try to make some more videos for you which can be helpful. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.